and welcome to NatChat. I'm Mirella Rich. Today our guest is Terry Hart, who performs in 5 bands around Melbourne. He also performs solo, he's a music teacher and produces EPs. Welcome to the program, Terry.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's great to have you. Can you tell us a little bit about your music career, how you actually got started in the first place? I
started playing really young. My dad was told by teachers that if I was taught violin that I'd be better at maths, so I started learning music and it had a bit of an adverse effect. I got a little bit obsessed with it and ignored the maths. Yeah, from then on in it was just taught myself as many instruments as I possibly could, get my hands on and work with as many musicians as I could and just kept building from there. And do you find you're excessively busy now, being in 5 bands, performing solo? Yeah. Being producer? Absolutely. Yeah. It's definitely a 7-day-a-week thing, but some people probably wouldn't call it work, so I can't complain. Yeah. I definitely enjoy it. Yeah. And what is it that you love most about being able to write your own songs and performing them? Oh, it's great to be able to express yourself in a forum where people actually listen. Not many people get the chance, so I think I'm very lucky. And did you teach yourself, or did you go to music school to sing and to learn how to play instruments? I never got formal singing training. The only thing I was formally taught was the violin. Did classical violin for around 12 years, and was quite sick of it at the end of that. But taught myself piano and guitar and percussion instruments, and pretty much dumped the violin and just moved on to those. So you've been playing since you were really young, was it? Very young. How old had you been? Grade 5? Sorry, grade 1. 10? Oh, grade 1? Yeah, it was grade 1. It's like 6 or 7. Yeah. Probably 6. So that's where it started. Oh, wow. So you haven't stopped? No. Since grade 1? Gee, that's wonderful. And where are some of the places you've performed around? I've performed in a lot of different venues around Melbourne because that's where I've grown up. I started performing singing when I moved up to Airlie Beach for about 6 months a couple of years ago, so I've really only been singing for 3 or so years. And around here, just anywhere from cafes to some of the bigger venues, the Espy, Empress, Evelyn, and yeah, any little cafes where they'll have me solo, but pretty much anywhere that'll say yes. And do you have preferences to where you play, whether it's cafes or pubs? No, I don't. Festivals? Yeah, I don't mind doing tiny shows to tiny crowds, just quiet jazz stuff, and also love screaming into a microphone in front of a big crowd in big venues, so yeah, I'm really easy that way. Yeah. And what was the experience like in Airlie Beach when you were performing there? It's a really fun area. It's a party town. Yeah. I think anyone that's been there would know that. They have a lot of respect for musicians up there and they pay really well. Around here there's lots and lots of people playing music, so they don't really have to charge them all that much. So you would earn more money playing at Airlie Beach than you would? Absolutely, but getting out of Airlie Beach might be a little bit of an issue, sound-wise, getting your music outside of there. Oh, okay. Melbourne's a good epicentre for it. Yeah. Yeah. And what do you think of the music scene in Melbourne today? It's very versatile. There's some amazing musicians. I play in a lot of open mic nights and the talent down there is unbelievable. I'm really lucky to be surrounded by so many amazing musicians. But on the other side of things, because there's so many musicians that are amazing, venues can be very picky and don't have to really pay anything, and so it makes it hard on that side of things. But yeah, take the good with the bad. Because people often say Melbourne is the best place for musicians in Australia, is that right? I'd say so, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. For the versatility and the venues, although a lot of them are closing down at the moment, and studios, yeah, absolutely. And with writing your own songs, where and when and how do you get your inspirations to write? Everywhere. I'm always thinking about it, yeah. It's anything. Could be something stupid like a car engine sort of changing gear has a certain note happening to it and that gets me onto a tune, or just, you know, sometimes a word inspires a song, yeah. And anything. Do you usually start with the lyrics or the music? A bit of both. One song which I'm going to play is somebody said a word and yeah, the whole song grew out of there. And yeah, other times it's a whole musical idea. I just get a theme in my head and start building the music around that. Right. And where do you hope to go with your music career in Melbourne? It'd be nice to get out of Melbourne, anywhere I can.
Like international, you mean?
Yeah, if I could. I'd definitely like to travel with it. But whether I do it on the production side of things, I always had even since I was really young, I was composing concertos and sonatas and really interested in classical composition. So I'd love to do movie scores.
Ah. Okay.
But yeah,
that'll be beautiful.
Yeah, but it's definitely a hard nut to crack. There's only a few people who've got a monopoly on the business. So.
But they say if you believe it, you can achieve it. If you can see it, you can achieve it.
I believe it. I definitely believe it. But yeah, I'm covering all bets as well. So.
And who are some of your favourite musicians or artists that have inspired you? Or that you even just appreciate their music?
Yeah, anyone I'm played with in this city's inspired me at the moment. I think there's some fantastic bands around. A band called Me, or Matt Kelly and the Keepers, Shalmean, Jess Page, Renee Brennan, Liz Bradley. I could make a massive list just of Melbourne musicians.
Yeah.
But of musicians that everyone knows. I love Bob Dylan for his lyrics and melodies.
Yeah.
I love Jeff Buckley performance-wise, and definitely love my classical composers as well. Beethoven, Liszt.
Did you play a lot of Beethoven when you played the violin before?
Not so much on the violin, on the piano.
Piano, I mean, yeah.
on piano I definitely enjoyed it. On violin, we just played, that was at school, we played what we were told to play. Yeah.
School concerts. Did you do school concerts?
Yeah, we did lots of school concerts. And, yeah.
So did you do well in violin at school?
Yeah, I got quite comfortable to play anything that they threw at me, but I don't think I was ever the best violinist. I'm a bit of a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. We're about to go to a break now.
Sure.
You're watching NatChat, and we're about to go to a break. And when we return, Terry Hart will be performing 3 songs for us.